Was this Jesus even the Messiah King that the rulers feared? Did Jesus think of himself as such? Didn't he just come and preach some nice things and talk about the kingdom of God? Well, by bringing the kingdom of God himself, he wasn't just a prophet announcing it, he was acting out of the role of Messiah. During the first half of his ministry, people would call him Messiah, and he'd want them to keep it a secret. He knew that if this story were to spread, he'd be killed by the authorities, which obviously happened later. Jesus was also of royal descent, coming from the line of David and Abraham. This was the royal line the Messiah was prophesied to come from, but Jesus even kept his royal lineage under wraps. Still, Jesus had some surprises for the people of his time. See, the role of Messiah was to defeat the oppressor, as King David had done. But Jesus did not fight. He did speak of having battles with the enemy, but he didn't have Rome in mind. He talked about the darker force of evil, which he called the Satan, the accuser, the ultimate source of evil. Jesus seemed to believe his messianic movement was not about blitzing the enemy in a warring kind of sense, but by taking on the full force of evil into himself and dying under the weight of that evil, in fulfillment of many messianic prophecies. The long story of Israel's own tortured career was going to come to a climax in his own death at the hands of the pagan oppressors. And so, we have Jesus the man, Jesus the prophet, Jesus the Messiah King, who would fight the ultimate oppression by absorbing evil in his own sacrificial death. There's a fourth and final role that Jesus played, and this one is by far the most significant one. It is the one that secured his memory for thousands of years. It lifted him out of his time and culture into all cultures. It's best not to explain this role, but to instead discover it for yourself. After all, this is just a video you're watching on the internet. For the ultimate discovery, you must trust your own judgment. So you are hereby challenged to read the stories of Jesus for yourself. Simply Google the books of Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John. If you'd like the shortest read, Google the book of Mark. If you'd like the one that starts off with a major riddle and then unravels that riddle through its pages, start with the book of John. If you look carefully, then all the questions we've been asking together during this journey will be answered in these 4 books. And no matter what background or religion you have, you'll find it deeply inspiring for your life and journey.